He's going to speak on why black people are not supporting Puerto Ricans. Remember that Trump supporter at the Trump rally? The comedian was saying that Puerto Rico is a floating garbage. So the guy in the video, he wants to know why black people not defending them. And then he's going to go on to say blacks and Puerto Ricans are the same people. He said, you see a Puerto Rican person, that's your cousin, that's your brother, that's your sister.
Black people. Every black person in America should be outraged right now at this Puerto Rican incident. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I really believe that our people do not do their research and they do not understand history. When it comes to Puerto Ricans, those are our brothers, those are our aunties, those are our cousins, sisters. We are like this when it comes to Puerto Rico. Just go to New York. When it came to the transatlantic slave trade, y'all, Spaniards colonized Puerto Rico, raped, killed, or I should say unalived, African people on a level that you will never understand. The Taino people, the Spaniards, the Africans, all mixed together. Puerto Rico has a very rich African culture. We shape their music, we shape their culture, we shape their being. It's a mixture of Native American, black, and Spanish culture. That is the Puerto Rican people. They are our people.
Black people has always stood up for Latinos. They've always welcomed Latinos in their communities. They're always looking out for them. Every time they do something for their own people, they including Latinos, black and brown, black and Latinos. I've even seen black people physically defend them in the streets and help them fight. So the racism is not coming from the black part, it's coming from the Latino part. Why they're not the same? Why they don't include black people into the things they're doing? Why they tell the females in the family not to date black guys?
And it really bothers me that a lot of us are not outraged about this. Insulting them is insulting us. Why do you think that they don't consider Puerto Rico like a full state? Like, why do you think they cut them off? It's because of us. It's the rich history that we have in Puerto Rico. I know it seems like they're here and we're there and this is there. Those people are our people. That's why you should be outraged. It's this is not about respect of Americans at this point. There is a division that's taking place. There is a history that is being completely whitewashed. I can understand now why so many of us are lost. We don't know who we are. We do not know who we are, but they do. They know who we are. And that is what they're fighting. Because they know if we know who we are, the power that we have in the world. I'm not even just talking about here, in the entire world. Africa, Cuba, America, Europe, anywhere you see color, Japan, China, anywhere you see color is an extension of us. Think of that for a second. You have a people who we developed as well. You have a people who came from us that decided to come together and say that we are these people separate from who they are. Only America idolizes this racial segregationist culture. You can go anywhere else in the world and nobody even sees that. You know why? Because everybody looks like everybody. It's not an anomaly. Diversity is what God created. In case there is no God and y'all been feeding us lies. Because the God would have to have been a diverse God in order for us to have trees, or else everybody would be trees. There would be no sand, there would be no water, there would be no streets, there would be no individuals. The world was not meant to operate like this, y'all. It just wasn't meant to. We are related to the blood of us is in a huge amount of people living today on this earth. Just think about that. Even though they want to distance themselves from black folks as much as they can, because the Western culture has lifted up this white supremacist ideology that they are the esteem. They are up here. They are the pinnacle of God's creation. And everybody else is just, thrown to the wayside, trash, a big mistake. Why do you think these people are not blessed? Your blessing is not in material possessions and what you have and what you've accumulated, especially when it was off the blood of people that you oppress. Why do you think these people are so miserable? Unaliving themselves, running around trying to save whatever they can save. They are not living this life that they thought was going to be held a secret. People are just finding out stuff, facts. I encourage y'all to start researching, start looking into what's really going on. Because if they affect us, y'all are going to be affected. Everything they do to us, this is the reason why this is why I love the God of karma. Because everything they do to us eventually goes and affects everybody in the entire world. They don't never like to speak up for black folks. They don't never like to come and bear arms with us and pull us out of things. But black people have consistently been making change in America over and over and over and over. This is the reason why people are profiting and benefiting from the very freedoms that black people have created. But as you can see, those freedoms were never supposed to happen because a certain group of people here don't believe that they are even real people. That these people are even real people. Otherwise, there would be no fighting against this person and that person and this immigrant and that immigrant. It's the division that people are obsessed about. Black people talking about stealing jobs that they don't even have, that they can't even qualify for. You're not even in that party of work that you should even be concerned. But you were in, they're coming in stealing our jobs, looking simple, looking unlearned, looking uneducated. Make it like folks is laughing at us. Like the one time that we could band together and do something positive and start really researching, really understanding one another, really, instead of all of this back and forth, I'm right, this person right, you don't know what you talking about, bro, you don't know what you talking about, bro, it's this, I'm gonna break it down for you, okay? When it comes to men, black men who are voting for Trump, it's about masculinity. They're afraid that they're gonna send their kids to school and they're gonna be transgender people in the school and they're gonna do something to them, or they're gonna come back home a girl, or they're feminizing the men in the culture. This is all that's about. And Trump is of course against that because he's conservative. He doesn't want diversity, not only LGBTQ, but he don't want me or you. Moving on. Black women are doing it because most of those black women that's voting for Trump, let's just be real. They are biracial, like they're dating biracially. They're dating white men. So the pinnacle for them is white men. So this is what they see as power. This is what they see as protection. This is what they see throughout their life that took care of them. So they're going to continue to support that, whether that narrative supports them or whatever it is because that existence to them and that power they give them is what they want to keep. They don't want to let that go. Okay, so when you look at white people who vote for them, as you can see, it's not all white people. These are white people who have been here and cultured by the country's past. Okay, they have a legacy of racism. They have been waiting to come to the forefront with their truth and a commander-in-chief to lead the way. That's all this is about. Them taking back a country that was never theirs. Now, if it was theirs, obviously we wouldn't be here. The thing is, there was people here before they got here. So now all of a sudden that's like me busting into your house talking about I discovered your refrigerator. How am I going to discover a refrigerator in your house that you live in? That you were there before I even came up? This is the mentality. This is how people think we're stupid and dumb. This is the reason why they can call Democrats stupid and dumb, because they feel like this is how we think. Oh my God, they really believe that they weren't here before we got here? Oh my God, we did a great job in these books. We really messed up their minds. Biting the bait. Every time I see somebody going against the obvious, the very obvious, like someone who is actually, you know, really going against you, but you're still supporting it, there is something in you that has been lost. There's something in your soul. God has given black people something in our soul that protects us. That's the reason why we're still here. And they can't get rid of us. God has a special blessing for these people. The fact that there's so much fear in us rising to the point where folks are going to go politically strong and affect everybody in their path just to keep us oppressed. Think about that. Now, I know I covered a lot here, but do your research. The Puerto Ricans, man, are next of kin to us. Look it up. Research it. I will not tell you lies. I love all people, especially my Puerto Rican brothers and sisters. Y'all stand strong and let's win this election.